camera.
I can look right here.
Yep.
Hello. I am Marianne, and I'm from Germany. And whenever I come over here, I love to make bratwurst. And I had Carmen help me.
Yes, I did.
And we had a lot of fun doing it. And with the bratwurst, I also baked the rolls, but that's a different story.
And they were really fantastic bratwursts, and I'm very thankful that she showed me how easy it was to do. I honestly I thought it was going to be a lot more work or labor intensive than it really was. It was actually quite simple, I guess. Like you said before, when we were getting ready to make the bratwurst, she said the preparation is what takes the longest. Making them is nothing.
Yes, yes. And spices, like I said, you have to individually use your own amount.
And what you like.
Yeah, what I like. And, you know, my father used to do this with my uncle. And at this time I was a little kid, I wasn't interested in it. But my mother had this kind of a recipe, and I thought, that sounds good. It's all the basic ingredients, pimiento and garlic and onions and salt and white pepper and nutmeg, and there was some like parsley or so, and you know, and then I tried to do my own taste. You know what I do is I prepared the bratwurst, and then I fry a little in a pan
to see if you like the seasoning.
That's very important, because sometimes if it's and whether use less, it's always easier to use more.
Yeah.
I put it in a little tupper and I shake it, and I use 3/4 of it. And then I taste it, and then I use a little more, and then I taste it. And on this last one, when you were here, I didn't have to use it all. It would have been too spicy.
Okay.
So
because
keep that in mind.
It's always easy to add seasonings.
Yes, yes.
It is you can't take them out once you're
Right.
there.
What are you gonna do?
Add more meat, I guess that's the only way to
There's
do
no
it.
more meat. You have to go and get it cut. Yeah. So.
Okay, good. So, the other thing I wanted to ask is, you got your casings from just our local grocery store.
Yes, Powers.
Okay, so if someone was looking to get casings, you just ask your local grocery store to see if they could do that for you.
Yes, they do. Usually, I mean, I have a friend. I went to her house, bought my machine, and she went to her butcher, and she got the casings too.
Oh, fantastic!
The butchers usually do this. They sell their meat.
Yeah.
And they get you the casings, but keep in mind, the casings are 15 feet long.
Yes.
You have to do a lot of brats.
Yes, they do a lot of brats. I was surprised at how much the 5 pounds made. And I guess in my mind, I thought it was going to be a lot. I thought it was a lot less. I thought it was very generous that you gave us 5.
Hey, you deserve it.
Well, I appreciate it very much. Because it surprised me how fast it went and how much it made for 5 pounds. It was
I'd rather make it more often instead of making the double amount. Then I have them fresh every time.
Because that was another question. You prefer them fresh, not frozen. You like them fresh.
I like them fresh, but we cannot eat 20 bratwurst.
Yes, exactly.
I vacuum seal them and freeze them.
Okay, so you put them in a vacuum sealer just to pull all the moisture away from them, and that will keep them lasting longer.
Or when you vacuum seal them, you can keep them in the fridge for quite a while too.
Okay.
That's okay. Yeah, so, heck, that's it.
There was another question I wanted to ask you, but, that was it. She kept telling me to not make them so big, and I'm used to, brats in the United States when I purchased them as these big, giant brats. And I realized the reason why you kept telling me not to make them so big is so when you go to spin them, you spin the rope.
They'll get bigger.
It'll get bigger, but it'll allow space for you to cut in between, so it allows the casing.
Yeah.
she kept telling me to not so much. That was something I didn't think as to why, but now that makes sense.
Yeah.
And if I was making them on my own without someone showing me that,
Yeah.
I probably would have had them super thick.
But then you learn.
And stuff all out the bottom.
You learn. But you also, when you have a very thick bratwurst, it takes so long to fry.
Yes, it does take a lot longer to cook.
And it at the end,
dries out.
Yeah, exactly. And the thin one you can just do easily, and you're done.
Good. Well, this actually went a lot faster than I thought it was going to take.
Okay.
Which is perfect. And again, thank you so very much for showing me. I really appreciate it.
It was nice to do it with you.
Yeah.
And you bake some Brötchen, German Brötchen with it. And then you have the traditional German Brötchen cut in half, a bratwurst in the middle, and some mustard on it. And that's how we eat it.
Hi folks, voiceover Carmen. Mariana is filling up the cylinder of the press with the sausage mixture that she had already pre-seasoned before I had gotten there. She had set it in the fridge to chill while she had put her casings in warm water. This allows the casings to soften up, as we'll say here shortly. I did want to let you know that I did not line the shot up properly, and I apologize for that. So we will speed through those parts where we are stuffing the sausage and even the twisting of the sausage. Just want to give you a heads up.
Correct.
I ordered them from the butcher.
And you get sheep
and I have
casings.
to soak them. No, those are pork.
Pork. Okay. He told me sheep.
I have to soak them because they're all kind of
Tough. They're brittle, right?
Yeah. So let me find the end and I'll show you this one casing how I do and you do next casing.
Okay.
I have to find the end. This is always tricky. Okay. What I do when I find the end, I put some water in it.
Oh, okay.
And run it through to make sure
there's no holes.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
also to pull it apart. But this one is a pretty long one. So the next tricky thing is getting it on here. I mean the whole thing kind of.
Because you have to put it all the way on.
Yes.
As it comes out.
And sometimes it slips easily, sometimes it doesn't.
And you got to do it without putting a hole in it, correct?
Yes, you have to be careful. Yeah, at the end, we put the nut in there.
So you leave a couple inches and then put a knot?
Yeah, because otherwise the meat comes out. There's another, come on. I'll show you, see now we get already the
air. So that's why you pinch?
Yeah, I pinch it. And you can make it as thick or as thin as you want.
Oh, okay.
But you have to make sure that you do this evenly here, no?
Okay.
If you stop, you get pockets.
Okay.
You do the next one, okay?
Jeez, now I'm going to do the next one.
So we are already done with our casing. That's
okay.
Not much, no?
Not for me.
Another nut. You can find your beginning of the casing.
Okay. And then to get it open.
Get it open and then put some water in it.
And then run it down.
And swipe it out. And I want a copy of that movie.
Yes, ma'am.
So.
And voiceover Carmen is back. What I'm doing here is what she had explained to me, and that is put a little bit of water into the casing, and as you're doing this you're going to slide it through. When the water bubble gets stuck, that means that there is a twist or a it's a twist or something in the casing. You're going to want to undo that so that the water slides all the way through. The reason being is because it's going to make it a lot easier to slide onto the extruder, the thing that comes out where it comes out and feeds into the casing. And she was telling me right there, I need to be careful of my fingernails. I don't have fingernails. If you have fingernails, you're going to want to be extra careful because it's very easy to puncture the casing, and that's not something that you want to do. So as I get the balloon or the little bit of water all the way through, you want to then go through and make sure you push all of the water out of that casing. That is going to help, that's going to get rid of extra moisture that you don't need. Doesn't take as long as I thought it would at all.
So one.
Okay.
Okay, now actually you size it, no, like that. Also.
Okay.
Then you go like that, and then you cut it.
Do you tie a knot in it at all?
No.
No.
That's why it's kind of.
Oh, okay. So you just twist it up.
Yeah, let me do the next one and then you do the next one.
Okay.
See, I grab it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Size it about, yeah, how big you want it, I don't know. And...
Well, you tell me how big you want it.
Oh, this size is good.
Okay, so about...
And if you have air in it...
Just poke it with the pokey thing. Technical terms, Dawn. Technical terms.
There you go.
Okay, so about this long is how you want it, correct? Okay.
Yeah, that's about the size.
Is that like that?
Yeah, sure. Real good twist.
Okay.
And yeah, so you
And
get
then I'll
a
have
real
to
good
poke it.
piece in the middle.
Okay.
Cut it. Poke it. So. Good.
Now is that...
That's perfect. One more poke. Perfect.
Okay.
Now watch it because you have that you have this piece, so you go
About in thirds.
1, 2, 3, no? So
Okay.
otherwise you get a very small one.
Okay.
It's me again, Editor Carmen. I just wanted to let you know that right here we're poking with the poke tool to get any air bubbles out. But all in all, this whole project took, mind you, she already had her meat seasoned and she already had the casing soaked, about 20 to 25 minutes. And that's with me being novice and very slow at this. And out of 5 pounds of sausage, I think we got like 21 brats, which is pretty darn good.
Red light blinking?
Yep.
Quit. Okay, so I wanted to ask you some questions. Because Monday we made those are called bratwurst, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And what makes them a bratwurst?
What makes them a bratwurst? You can brat it. This means you can like breads.
Okay.
Brats. What makes bread a brats?
Okay, I see.
It's the meat. It's the pork.
Okay,
it's
so
the
it's
spices, and it's comes
Okay.
as a sausage.
So I didn't know if it was the shape of it or if it's because it's not in a row.
It's like your brats.
Okay, like brats. All right. How long have you been making your own bratwursts?
Since I came to the States. When was the first one you got your bratwurst?
Oh,
Oh,
a few years
About
ago then.
4 or
weird.
5 years
Yeah,
ago.
about four. Yeah, about 4.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wow. So
I don't make them in Germany.
you don't make them in Germany. Is it because Germany just has such good?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
I don't need to make them in Germany.
So in Germany, you can buy them at the butcher shops if you
Yes,
wanted to.
yes, we have lots of good butchers,
Come on.
and
Come on.
yeah,
Okay.
there's no need to make a bratwurst in Germany. This is like taking water to a river.
Well, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
I know you had mentioned that in Germany the butchers are. You got really good butchers there.
Yes.
So if someone in the States wanted to make their own bratwurst like we did, what would you recommend? What cuts of meat would you recommend they get?
Well, there are different types. Some people want it more greasy,
Mm-hmm.
and some more lean. I'm in the middle, and I like pork shoulder.
Pork shoulder.
Hmm.
Okay. Do you grind your own or do you ask your
I asked the butcher because it's I don't
easier
want
for them to
grind
do it?
Yeah, and they do it so fast. It's no problem.
Now, when you got yours, when you asked the butcher to grind yours, was it a fine grind or was it a medium grind?
Medium grind.
Medium grind. Okay. And is that just because it goes better in the casing, or
No, I like it better.
you like it better?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a preference.
Yeah,
Then.
it's a preference. If I have a fine grind, yeah, it's good too. But to me, the medium is more meaty.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's also a texture. I guess you wouldn't want to.
Yes, yes.
Okay. We used pig casings because you said that because you want your bratwurst to be a bigger size, and sheep is
Yeah.
too small.
A sheep is also the casing of a sheep is very thin,
Very thin.
and you have to be very careful because
Okay.
it tears. And for the pigskin, it's it's easier.
So would the sheep, since they're smaller, would they be more for like a breakfast link sausage that we eat in the States, or?
Yeah, I would say so, or yeah, a link sausage which is very thin and you smoke. I did that too.
Okay.
You had some of this.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
But I did use it in pork skin.
Okay.
It wasn't so good because pork skin is too thick, and I had to peel it off.
The pork casing is too thick.
Yeah.
From when you smoked it.
Yes.
Okay. You purchased the manual press that the
Yes.
pork. You said you got that off of Amazon.
Yes, correct.
So if someone wanted to purchase their own, that would be a good source then?
Well, that's the only source I found which had the kind I wanted and for the price
Okay.
I wanted. I like to turn it and control it. I don't like the electric so much because it runs through by itself. So and for 5 pounds of meat, it's not such a, you saw it, it's not such a big deal.
Yeah. How easy is that to clean if someone...
Very easy. I put it in soapy water in a bucket
Mm-hmm.
and I let it soak, and then I kind of clean it up, and it's...
And then you let it air dry?
No, I try it. I let it air dry a little bit, but then I try it, but because it's very easy to clean. You can take it totally apart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
there's nothing that's hiding that's hard
no.
to get to.
The cylinder I take apart, and then this rotation, what is it, a disc?
The press?
Yeah, which comes down. I can unscrew that and
Okay.
throw it in the bucket with soapy water and the little thing where you put the casings on.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy, actually very easy. But I let it soak very well in soapy water because I like things very clean.
Very well. You said that pork spoils very easily,
Yeah.
so it's imperative that you need
Yeah.
to have it clean,
Yeah.
very clean.
Also the meat, I don't leave the meat out until I finally want to process the bratwurst.
Okay.
I keep it in the fridge.
I know you said that when you mix your seasonings in, you put it in the fridge until you're ready to
Yes,
process
correct.
it. Does the machine that you have, does it have a different size attachment? So if you wanted, okay, so you can get
Yeah.
a thicker product or a thinner product out.
Yes.
All right.
It has 3.
It has 3.
different sizes, yeah.
Okay. And we had ours, the bratwurst that you were very...
You already ate them?
Yes, we ate them that day for lunch. They
Really?
were fantastic, yes.
Were they?
We like to put ours in a either on the grill or put them in a pan and just brown them up. What is the best way that you would say to prepare them?
I like the pan.
You like the pan?
Yeah, it's a mess.
It's a mess.
But I like the pan.
Yeah.
Because, Jason puts them on the grill when we have company, but then they are not so crispy on the outside.
Oh.
I like it crispy on the outside, so I like the pan better. I clean up the mess afterwards.
Oh, well, yeah, and that's what I did. I just wiped everything.
You know
down.
what I do? I put a paper towel over when I have it
Browning?
frying, put a paper towel over it, and then it doesn't spray all over the place.
Well, that's
and
a good
then
idea.
it's easier.
Even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talk to a butcher, and I like to talk to a butcher. And he asked me if I did my bratwurst already. And I said, but it's all gone. Said, next time you get some.
Yeah, I will. I'll help you make it. The more I do it, the more I learn. I don't expect anything in return. I really appreciate the learning because the knowledge is, you can't put a price on
it's
that.
so easy, Carmen.
It is, but it's repetition.
Just remember what my friend said, it's easier than baking a cake.
Yes, it's very much easier than
It
baking.
is.
All right, well, thank you so very much. I
no
really
problem.
appreciate it.
It
Thanks
was
for
nice.
sitting down.
Yeah.
Now I get to go edit.
Yeah, and I want a copy of it.
I will
okay?
give you a copy of it, I
Super.
promise. I'll send it to Sarah so she can send
Yeah,
it to
and
you.
then I send it to my German group in America. I have a German group, German American, and they always want to know what I'm doing.
There you go.